Hey guys, this is Comic Gnu, and today I'm doing a review for Spider Island issue 4. Before I start talking about Spider Island, just want to give you guys a couple updates. Of course, I do have the Kickstarter from Father Like Daughter issue 2. Hopefully you guys can support that and check that out. Definitely would love your support. And also I have Comic Gnu episode 113, and that's the show where I review all the comics I read this week in one show. And here are the exclusive comics. We got Van Helsing vs. Dracula issue 2, The Beauty issue 2, All New Hawkeye issue 5, Prez issue 4, Injustice Gods Among Us issue 10, and Wonder Woman issue 44. So if you want to go check out all those reviews, go to Comic Gnu episode 113. But let's talk about Spider Island issue 4, which of course I'm excited to talk about because of not the Spider Island part, but the hopefully I can show you Spider-Girl part. There you go. That is the part I'm more excited to talk about. But of course we'll talk about the Spider Island part 2. So let's talk about it. Cover is Ramos's art, so I like the style of it, but the concept's just it's just everyone fighting the Spider Queen. It kind of just blends in. It's not really an exciting cover, but the artwork for Spider Island is also a bit plain. It's not bad artwork, but again, something that doesn't really pop out. So that's how I felt. Even the facial expressions of Peter look a bit weird. Like, he looks like sinister over there when he's smiling. I thought that was a bit weird. So yeah, the artwork's okay for Spider Island, but let's start talking about the story, and then we'll get into Spider-Girl back up. But yeah, Spider Island, I was actually really excited to read at first, because one of my favorite modern Spider-Man arcs, or at least, you know, in recent years, the Dan Slott run, my favorite arc of his, at least in the main Spider-Man book, is Spider Island. I loved it. Thought it was great. It was really original. It utilized the supporting characters really well. Really enjoyed it. So when I saw that there was going to be the Secret Wars version of Spider Island, I was pretty excited. But then I saw it was a Venom story. And sadly enough, as much as I think Flash Thompson's a really interesting character, I feel like Marvel never knows what to do with him. His own series got canceled, not quickly, but it ended not on a great note. Then he went to Guardians of the Galaxy, hardly used. And then you have this series where it's just this really bland story. And kind of corny. It's still very cheesy and corny, where we get to see all the Avengers, either vampires or lizards, even Mary Jane, who I'm really excited to see in the arc. Looks kind of corny. She has like red hair on her arm and like red hair on her tail. It looks kind of weird, the design. Here's the picture of that. So yeah, I just feel like the whole series is very cornballish, and I don't like seeing that for Spider-Man. And I don't know, it just feels like it's not really moving forward that much either. It's just like, it doesn't have to be 5 issues. This totally could have been a one-shot and really fun, but since it's been extended for 5 issues, it's just like, is it over yet? Like, what's the point of this miniseries? So I haven't been liking that portion of the story, and this is still not really an improvement of it. Even though it's kind of cool to see the supporting characters, it's still not the greatest story. Now, moving on to a story I really do enjoy, which is the Mayday Parker Spider-Girl story. Artwork, of course, is beautiful. Love the Ron Frenz artwork. And I actually saw the preview of this, and I noticed this. Love the detail. The attention to detail to past stories. That May's web shooter is underneath her costume now, so it used to be outside of it. And there's a big arc where we get to see May get her first cell phone, because it's like the early 2000s, so, you know, cell phones were starting to be mainstream and utilized more then. And she had, you know, got her cell phone and she put it in her web shooter, and they made like a big deal about it. So it's kind of cool that she still has the flip phone and she has it in her web shooter still. So that's just like some cool attention to detail. Even underneath that, the Cafe Indigo sign, you know, existing since 1998, cool attention to detail. So that's what I love about this only 5-page story, but so much detail in every panel. And something I liked about the story overall, it's very much a parallel between May, Hope, all these daughters. You know, we get to see Hope Van Dyne, who's just blinded by rage and revenge and wants to kill the Avengers because of it. And May's just stuck in the middle, and she asks for help because she knows she needs it. So the new warriors come in, and they're helping her out. And she sees that Hope is trying to convince Cassie to kill her father. And now that she's under this mind control, she's about to do it. And that's the cliffhanger. And May notices, you know, things she's done wrong throughout this issue. She's like, you know, I have to live like my father lived and not just, you know, mourn him. So now she's like, no, Cassie, you don't want to do this. You're going to regret this for the rest of your life. I know what it feels like to lose a father. And I wasn't the one behind the gun in a way, you know, and this time you are. You're just going to have some big regrets. So, you know, again, I love what Tom DeFalco and Ron Frenz, how much story they could put in just 5 pages. And here, I think this is one of the better, parts of this story for May, even though I think my favorite so far is the first issue because there's more pages. But out of the 5 pages ones, I think this has been the best. Really liked how much story they put into it and how it doesn't really feel forced or rushed the way that May decides to say, hey, I gotta stop on this revenge path. Like, I just feel like even though it was only 5 pages, it didn't really feel rushed to me the way she decided that. So I'm really excited to see the ending, to see how this concludes, and hopefully in the future see more Mayday. We'll see. You never know. So, very, very well done Spider-Girl story, but the Spider Island story really dragged down the book, and that's most of the issue. It's really repetitive, really corny, so I'm going to give Spider Island, honestly, 2.5 stars. I probably would have given it lower, but the Spider-Girl story did at least give it a 0.5 higher. So 2.5. Was not really impressed with the main story of this book, but the Spider-Girl portion of the book is really well done in my opinion. So hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there's links for my comic book, Like Father Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later. Bye.